Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well, that you guys are blessed and not stressed. So today, you guys, I'm going to be showing you a much needed video to be recorded and a tutorial to be done. So pretty much today, you guys, I am going to be showing you how you can make stickers using your Cricut machine. So I have the Cricut Explore 2. Yeah, without further ado, let's just get straight into this video. Alright guys, so I wanted to mention that before we actually get into me showing you how to make stickers on the Cricut Explore 2, I actually want to show you that there is this jumper that I actually made. Hang on a second, I'm just gonna bring my camera down a little bit. So yeah, I actually made this jumper. So I bought this grey jumper. I've had it for so long and it was plain. It literally had nothing. And then literally just the other day I was like, hang on a second, I don't want this just to be plain. I actually want to do something with it. So I went ahead and I just made a jumper. So yeah, this is the jumper. It just says planted in Christ, and then I've got like these 3 flowers, which literally I made it on Canva. I use Cricut Design Space. It is actually like incredibly easy. It's incredibly simple and it is so fun to do these crafts. I love being creative. This is personally just, I feel like God's gifted me with it and I just really enjoy it. I have so much like, yeah, joy in doing this stuff. So yeah, so if you guys, want to create t-shirts and you want to create stickers, then these videos are for you. Because not only am I going to be showing you how to make stickers with your Cricut Explore 2 today, but I'm also going to be showing you guys a hack that I had discovered, which you guys, it literally like helps heaps, right? Like for so long, I've been trying to figure out how do I cut my stickers on any type of sticker paper, because for some reason there is a a little bit of a issue and it doesn't work when you're trying to like use any sticker paper and you cut it using the Cricut sticker setting. So there is a specific setting for making stickers that is by Cricut. But when you go into the process and you use the sticker setting, and when you get to the very end where you're wanting to cut your stickers, it actually does not cut unless you have specific Cricut material. So if you're just using like any, like let's just say sticker paper from eBay, right? If you're just using any ordinary like random one and it's not specific to Cricut, it will actually not work. So I have come up with an amazing hack, which I don't even know how I discovered this, but I am so grateful to the Lord that I discovered this, because I was honestly at my end. I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to continue to make stickers because nothing was working. But I didn't give up. I was like, no, I trust the Lord and I will keep going. And yeah, now I have come up with an amazing hack, which I will show you in this video. So I'm gonna just get straight into it. Alright guys, so first things first is we need to go ahead and go into Cricut Design Space. So you actually don't need Canva for making your stickers. You can use it if you'd like, but literally there's such an easy way to do it all in Canva. So what you do, and we're going to do this all from scratch, and I'm going to show you the hack as well. So what you do is you pretty much go cancel, then you go yes. Now what I want to do is I actually I want to do this from scratch, but I want to just give you guys a disclaimer that when you are doing it this way, according to this hack, there is a little bit of a more difficult process, but like always, I think that's always how it is when you don't have the easy option available. There's always a shortcut, but it involves more work and more effort and sometimes like a bit of more frustration. So bear with me, I'm going to show you still how to do this hack, but it is a little bit more complicated than it would be just to go with the original way. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna press cancel, and then it's gonna take you into your canvas. So here is exactly what you are going to need to do. So I've got it all laid out here, and I'm gonna show you how to do it from scratch. So first things first, you go into upload, and then you upload your design. So this is gonna be my design for my stickers. So I'm gonna add it to the canvas, and then I'm gonna bring it down here. And exactly what I did here, I'm gonna copy it on here. So what we're gonna do here is we are going to go ahead and just turn this into a offset. So you can see here I just pressed effects, and we're gonna press offset, and then we're gonna go ahead and just make it into whatever offset you want, whatever thickness. So you can make it like super, I'll show you, super thin, like this, or you can make it like super thick. So I like to make it just past the normal sticker, so kind of like this. So these would be red bubble stickers, but you can also make it where there is like no offset, and that pretty much means that there's no like space between the actual sticker, if that makes any sense. So you can go ahead and apply, and I like to keep it on rounded because it just like looks nicer. So you will notice that it has turned black. Don't worry, don't freak out. We can just go ahead and change it to white, and now it looks exactly the same as this one, but you are not finished yet. Now what we need to do is actually turn this one into something like this. So what you will notice here is that this says attach, and what we need to do is do a print and cut, and then a guide, and then a print and cut again. So pretty much we have our print and cut, and we have our offset, okay? But we also need another one, which is gonna be our guide. So that's where we're gonna go ahead and duplicate, and we're gonna put that here. We're gonna line it up exactly the same, and we're gonna make this one a guide. So we've got guide, there we go. Cool. So now this looks exactly the same. Okay, so this one is not attached yet. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is from the bottom, we're just gonna go to here, and now we're going to attach it. So now that it's attached, you can actually just move it around without everything moving loosely. So there you can see it's exactly the same as this one. So now what we are gonna do is we are just going to go back onto this one. And all we want to do is we just want to duplicate the offset. So to duplicate the offset, you literally just press duplicate, and then we're going to go ahead and bring, okay, wait, so we want just the offset. So here we go. If we can, there we go. So we want to bring the offset over here, just under this one. And then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and make this a guide. Okay, so there we go. We've made it a guide. Now, this isn't really anything that is much of like how we're gonna be able to cut. It's mainly just the hack that I have come up with. So as you know, you can't just like cut regular sticker paper with the sticker setting that is only by Cricut, that Cricut themselves have come up with or have instituted. So you can't just use any sticker paper, right? You have to use their sticker paper. So what I have come up with is an idea where I can just pretty much copy the principle of what they do, but it's in a way that you're just creating another layer. So what I mean by that is you can see here that we have our offset and we have the print and cut. So the print and cut, pretty much what you do is you will print this, right? And then it will, it will print. And then what you do is you're not gonna cut on the print and cut. So what I mean by that is you have your print and cut, but then you wanna change it when you actually are cutting to just a basic cut. So I will show you exactly how we're gonna do that. And the next thing before we can go on to make is we just want to select this one here. So we want to select our, our offset in the attached one. So where is our offset? Okay, here we go. Okay, and then we want to make our alright you guys, so I just found it. So what you actually need to do is, how we got it to be like this, is you need to grab your printing cut, drag it and put it in here. So you will see that it's actually separate, as you guys can see. So you drag it, you put it in here, you line it up, make sure that it is centered, and then what you do is you go ahead and you select just the print and cut one. You see it says print and cut, then you want to make it guide, and now that is why it looks like this. So that is how we do that. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is press make. So now that we have gone to make, you will see right here, as it loads, you'll see right here that we have our printing cut. So this is what it will look like when it is coming out of the printer. Then what we do is, this is what we are going to use to actually cut our stickers. So you don't want to cut it on the printing cut because, yeah, like I said, for some reason it's just not gonna pick it up. I don't know why, it's just like so much more complicated and why the print and cut doesn't work, but for some reason it just, yeah, the Cricut doesn't register it. So what you can do, a hack if your Cricut is not registering it, is you can go ahead and just like, yeah, do it as a basic cut. Now the reason why if you want, so the reason why we have to do the hack like this for making like stickers and making it the same way as the Cricut ones is because with like doing it the Cricut way, it gives a border, right? It gives the offset. But if you do it this way with the print and cut, then it actually, what it does is it prints and then it cuts the actual image, and then plus it cuts an offset. So what you end up with is, if I have an example, I will show you a sticker that I've made that did this, because I did it that way and then I was like, oh, this doesn't work. So I'll show you, for example. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but for example, see how like a little bit of here, see how like a little bit of there on the rainbow here, see there, how it's like a little bit cut, right? So see that little cut? So this is what I mean when you try to make the sticker according to how Cricut Design Space do it. What happens is you end up with the printing cut and then an offset, and then what it does is it sort of like makes a bit of a cut gap in the middle, and you don't want that. You just want the offset, right? You don't want it to cut the actual image. Like, you don't actually want it to cut the actual image all around. See how it's like already peeling off? See? But you don't want it to cut around the actual whole image, right? You want it just to cut around the, I suppose, the edge, like the outer one, not on the actual image, right? So then what you do is, that's why you use this hack, because what it's actually doing is you're pretty much bypassing the print and cut. So you use the print and cut, you load it into the machine exactly what the printer had printed out. But the reason why you have to do this a few times is because you're really just winging it. You're just trying to figure it out. So make sure you have extra sticker paper so that you will then eventually be able to get a perfect cut. Like, I'll give you an example. Okay, so this is what I mean, right? So you can see here, we've got our print and cut, and then we've got our basic cut, right? So this is our print and cut. Now, when we print it, we don't want it to cut the actual image, okay, right? What we want it to do is cut the offset, right? We want it to cut the offset. So what we do is, because we can't move this one, the print and cut, to where the basic cut one sits, what we need to do is actually move the basic cut one down to where this one is. So see how this is red, you can't go past, right? But the basic cut, you can go anywhere. See how big it is? So we can move this one down to line up with this one here, so that when you're cutting it with your machine, what it will do is it will give you an offset around this image. So that's a bit of the hack. Now, it does take a little bit longer. The reason being is because you have to perfectly get it aligned. And so you might try a few times. I have eventually had to try like 3 times, but hopefully if you have like done it so many times, you line it up perfect on the first go. But if not, just make sure you have some extra sticker paper, which yeah, it's always good to have that just in case. So this is what I mean by like, it's possible, it's doable, this is a hack, but it's just a lot more complicated and it's a lot more difficult, but eventually you can line it up right. So I'm going to show you an example of a sticker that I did that it took about three goes, and then on the 3rd go now it's actually cut perfect. So I'm going to show you. Okay, if I don't butcher the sticker. Okay, so here we go. So I just cut this right now, right, using the setting that I just did. So you can see that it's actually perfectly cut around, right? So this is what I mean by like the print and cut will only cut this bit. It'll only cut the brown bit around the actual sheep. But I wanted like a kiss cut sticker. Oops. Oh no, where did that go? Okay, but I wanted like an actual kiss cut sticker to make a border. So then what you have to do is you have to line up your basic cut to where your print and cut is. And then you have your own sticker. That is a kiss cut sticker. So that is how we do it, you guys. And then I just have like normal sticker paper from the shops. It's like a yellow background. But yeah, so that's what I mean. That's what we want, is the border, right? And it gave it so well as well. So yeah, that's pretty much what I mean. Now, you have loads of different sticker paper with different qualities. This one is not the best quality. I got one off like Amazon and it was pretty good sticker paper. It was white, whereas this one has more of like a matte finish. It's not so much white. It's a little bit like an off-white. But yeah, you've got so many different types of sticker paper, and obviously if you're gonna make a business in the future, you wanna have like good quality, but it, you know, you get there. So anyways, I'm gonna show you right now how we're gonna do this. So I am gonna go ahead and on the app, on Cricut Design Space, I'm gonna try to line it up. And then once I'm done, I'll be back with you guys. Alright guys, so I line it up to where I think it will be. Now, usually if it's sticker paper, then you would use like sticker sheet paper, or you would use printable sticker paper, but I like to use the photo paper. Now, this is why. It is purely because when I select photo paper, what it does is it actually cuts like the whole entire sticker so that the backing is intact, because sometimes when you do a weaker setting and the blade isn't cutting like through as strong, it's because your setting is only actually cutting to the first layer and it doesn't cut through to the other one. So I will show you guys what I mean by that as I cut this one out. So I've already printed it. I'm gonna go get it from the printer, put it on the mat, and we're gonna load it up and we're gonna cut it. And this is first cut. We're gonna see if it works. Now, so you don't waste your sticker paper, what I like to do is I like to use like a tester sticker paper. So I do my first go, and then if it's not cut perfectly, I will load it into the Cricut, and I will use that same sticker paper. And it's great because the Cricut doesn't need to scan it. It doesn't need to, you know, read the cut sensors. So it's just a basic cut. So you can load it in and it will cut exactly like that in the new settings that you do for it, like when you edit where the positioning is. So yeah, I would recommend use the same sticker paper again and again until you get the perfect cut. Then when you have the right settings, then you can go and get a new sticker paper, and then you will have your stickers. And there should be no issues there. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get my sticker paper from the printer, and now I'm going to bring you guys to the Cricut. Alright guys, so you would have noticed that I had it on print and cut to print it, but now we're going to switch over to basic cut. And now we're going to make sure that it is photo paper, and we're going to set it to more so that it cuts all the way through to the second layer. So now what we are going to do, so I've loaded it in, pretty much you just like stick your sticker paper on the mat, you load it in and make sure that it like makes a click so that when you press the loading button, which is here, it will load it, it will just get it ready, and also make sure that if there has been any previous use of your blade, just clean it, make sure that there's like no paper or anything, because that will potentially, yeah, just affect the cut. So what you want to do is you want to press the C, and now it is going to do your cut. So this is our basic cut. Now remember what I said, if it doesn't do it straight away, that's okay, don't worry. It definitely can go again. So we're just gonna see if it did it properly, and if it didn't, then we can go ahead and just fix it up the next time. So let's just see, we want to make sure that we have the right settings. Okay, so it looks like it hasn't gotten it completely right. It's not fully accurate. It looks like it's a little bit accurate, but we're gonna need some fixing. Okay, and that is perfectly fine. We're not always gonna get it right on the first go. Alright, and it's perfectly fine if like the Cricut sometimes stops. My Cricut never used to do that, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. I think if there is a worry, I'll just Google it and see what's going on here. It could be because like the pressure is a lot. That could potentially be why. Okay, anyways, it is cut. So now what we're going to do is it's going to take it out, but before we actually load it out, we're just going to quickly check, okay, has it cut it right, has it not, and if it hasn't, then we can actually just edit it, and then we can again do it on the same sticker sheet paper. So that's what I mean by not wasting your sticker sheet paper. You can just do it all on the same one. This could be like a tester sticker sheet paper, and then when you have your settings, you can go ahead and take your other sticker sheet and you can just redo it according to where your basic cut has been put. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to unload it just for the sake of seeing, is it aligned, what do we need to move. I'll be back for like the final result. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Hey guys, it is very late, that's why my voice is quiet. But you guys, I don't know what happened. I just completely forgot to record an outro. But anyways, I thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope that it helped you a lot. And yeah, that it was just useful, that you guys will be able to use this hack. And yeah, so bless you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.